This guy has sold more books than I've seen with my eyeballs. And I don't think I'm exaggerating at all. Recently, I got to go to BoucherCon, which was an incredible experience. Really surreal, honestly, to be walking inches away from people like CJ Box, Scott Blackburn, David Baldacci, Jack Carr. Like, my heroes, like, inches from me. Very weird, very strange. But either way, I got to sit in on David Baldacci's guest of honor interview. In full disclosure, I've never read a David Baldacci book, not once in my life. He's my therapist's favorite author, so that's why I sat in on that. I wanted to get a book signed for my therapist. But I left there with just an incredible experience and a notebook full of wisdom. David Baldacci was just spewing wisdom during this interview, so I was really happy that I sat in on that. And I wanted to share some of the advice with you guys, starting with these two pieces of advice that kind of go together and they're intertwined in a lot of ways. The first being a story about how David Baldacci got his first book deal. He told a story about sending out query letters and things like that to agents. He said he put a line in there in the letter saying, basically, my book is so good that if you pick this thing up and you read one page, I promise you, you're not going to be able to put it down after you read that first page. And he really noted the confidence there. And he said, that's something that you need to have if you think you're going to do this. He said, essentially, if you're trying to ask somebody like an agent to fight on your behalf and to have all of this confidence and belief in your work, then you first have to have that same belief yourself. And I knew I wanted to share that and kind of bring that up because to me and in my own experience and what I've seen with other creatives, we're some of the most self-effacing people out there. We have such low confidence and low self-esteem so much of the time, and that is detrimental in so many ways. And so I want to take David Baldacci's advice. I want you to take David Baldacci's advice and stop selling yourself short. Stop talking down on yourself. Have more belief, because kind of reminds me of something that the founder of Onnit said once when he was asked, "Did you ever think you would get here?" And he said, "Why would I have put in all of this work, all of this, time, money, effort, if I didn't think that it could get here?" So yes, in some ways, I thought it could get here. And it's the same thing for me when I think about writing and confidence and self-belief. It's like, why are you sitting down and writing every day on a story if you don't believe in it? Why are you chasing this dream to be an author if you really deep down don't have the confidence to think that you actually can do it, that you don't think you're worthy of somebody picking your book up, spending $20 on it and reading it? So that story really stuck out to me. Like, can you say something on that level about your work? Can you say, like, oh, if you read page 1, you're going to stick with it? I think that level of confidence is something I'm still working towards, certainly. And I just found that admirable and really interesting. But intertwined with that was this concept of difficulty and challenge and those things that sort of test our confidence or our level of belief. When you're sitting on the story and you're stuck and you're just looking at that cursor blinking and you're just, oh my God, why am I so bad at writing? Or, oh, I wrote myself into a corner, or I'm never going to figure this book out. Like, all of those moments that come for writers where you say, like, dude, I'm just not cut out for this. And the confidence is bloom, 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 lowered. He talked about that and saying it is very hard. It is extremely difficult to write a book. But that is how it should be. We should not want it to be easy. And that really struck a chord with me because it reminded me of this lesson my father used to tell me all the time. When I was growing up, I really loved Stallone, Arnold, all those guys, and I was like fascinated with being jacked. I just wanted to be freaking ripped. But I was like, why is it's like takes so much time, it's so much effort. I was like, that's so stupid. Why can't I just be jacked? And he was like, if that's how easy it was, if you just wanted to be jacked and you were, then everybody walking around the street would be jacked, and there'd be nothing admirable about it. There wouldn't be that same allure. It wouldn't be what it was if it was so easily attained. Same thing goes with writing. If it was so easy to just write a bestseller and everybody was this David Baldacci character, then it's nothing. You're taking the value completely out of it if you're taking the effort. I don't want to ramble. I just want to leave you with those two David Baldacci lessons. Not much more to say other than you have to believe in yourself, have a little bit more confidence, and two, know that when there are those times of doubt and you're feeling low on yourself and things are looking dark, know that that's exactly what makes this thing valuable. It's exactly what's making this thing worth it. So, hope those two pieces of advice resonate with you. You get something out of them, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.